Greetings, 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 good people. Happy Wednesday. It is March 8th, 2023. How is everybody doing today on this beautiful hump day? Okay. So the work week is almost over for most of you, okay, who work a Monday through Friday schedule. And I'm back to give you a little bit of entertainment, okay? Got some hot topics as usual. Shout out to my Twitch viewers. Shout out to my YouTube royal family members if you're watching this on YouTube. Greetings, greetings. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. Thanks for showing love. Thanks for watching the videos, liking the videos, etc. Okay. All right. Phaedra Parks is going to be returning to reality TV, and I want to hear your thoughts about it. I'm going to touch on that. Wendy Williams, she was spotted out and about. Okay, got to give you a Wendy Williams update, of course. Okay, and Chris Rock, have you guys watched his special on Netflix? It is appropriately titled. I'm telling you, selective outrage is something that is plaguing this entire world, specifically this country. Okay, so I'm going to touch on that and share my thoughts on some comments that people are making. Boy, oh boy, the selective outrage is high, just like the pollen count in some states. Okay, so kick back, relax, get yourself comfortable before we get into those juicier topics. Of course, I got to give you some motivation, some inspiration, and give you some updates on news. All right, so you guys know that you may not know, but TD Jakes it's being said that TD Jakes is running the shade room. That's why, we're getting a lot of inspirational posts and things like that. So, I mean, I'm here for it. It is what it is. Inspiration is a good thing. Kevin Gates had some positive words to share with everyone. Now, never mind the messenger, okay? Just pay attention to the message. So let's see what Mr. Gates had to say. Like to hear it? Here it go.
Who need to hear this right now? But I had just felt this in my spirit just for to speak on this. Hey, listen, when you on your way up, it's gonna seem like everything that could go wrong is going wrong when you on your way up. Everything gonna start pulling against you. Don't let that distract you, because it's harder to go up the hill than it is to come down the hill.
Right.
Hey, stay focused. It's just a little shedding phase before you can receive your blessings. Everything that ain't supposed to be around you, it ain't gonna be around you. That means loved ones, families, friends, whatever. Stay in alignment with what you focused on and your goal. And I swear to God, it's coming. I love you all. Oh, it's heavy.
It's heavy. Everything. Okay, y'all heard what Kevin Gates said. Everything is gonna be all right. All right, so a little bit of morning inspiration from Mr. Gates. I was a little bit nervous when I first clicked on the video. I ain't gonna front. Okay, because I was like, I don't know what's gonna come out of that man's mouth. All right. So shout out to Kevin Gates for giving the kids a little bit of motivation. All right. So, okay. You guys know that the internet is full of challenges and people like to do these TikTok challenges. My favorite type of challenges are the vocal challenges, okay? So Tank, the singer Tank, basically put out a challenge, okay? He wants you guys to sing the opening part of Can You Stand the Rain, where Johnny Gill is harmonizing. All right, so he called out Johnny Gill for whatever reason. He called out Kevin Hart, and he also called out Luke James. No, is that his name? Is his name Luke James? Luke James. Yes, Luke James is the gentleman who actually portrayed Johnny Gill in the biopic New Edition. Great biopic. I think that was one of the best that BET has ever done. All right. So Tank called him out and he answered. Okay. So let's take a look and a listen to his answer to Tank calling him out. Like to hear it? Here it go. Ooh, yeah. Sing, boy. Come on, stank on it. All right, give me another lowercase o. Come on. Give me a capital O, capital O. First of all, okay, he put the stank all on it. And I just want to point out the fact that this young man is laying down very relaxed and comfortable and singing. Okay, if you know anything about singing with the stank on it, most people have a hard time singing sitting down. Most people have to stand up because they got to come from their diaphragm. You know what I'm saying? This man is laying down, relaxed, and belting out these notes and putting the stank on it. So I can't wait to see everybody else who's going to accept the challenge and give me the capital and lowercase O's. But shout out to Luke James. Listen, he played Johnny Gill for a reason. Okay. All right, y'all. Up next, be sure to guard your gates, y'all. Guard your gates. Y'all out here playing with all types of spirits and y'all think it's funny, okay? 28 girls were hospitalized with quote unquote anxiety and fainting after playing a Ouija board game, okay? So On Site posted this. I actually went to the New York Post and read the article, and On Site did a pretty good job summarizing the article, okay? So it reads, a group of 28 girls was hospitalized during school for anxiety and fainting spells after participating in a Ouija board game. Okay. Again, this is as per the New York Post. Now, according to the outlet, alarm bells went off at this educational institute in Columbia after a group of girls started experiencing anxiety and fainting, among other symptoms. There were 28 possible cases of anxiety in school students, said Hugo Torres, who is the head of the institution. However, parents have since come forward blaming the school for carrying the in-school Ouija boards the students allegedly utilized before feeling their symptoms. Parents, you have to move, investigate what's happening at school because our children cannot continue in this situation. This is what one mother told the local outlet. Our children always have a good breakfast, and it cannot be said that's what's happening is that what's happening is due to lack of food. Okay, a mama, let me tell you something. What a mama is gonna do, a mama is definitely gonna feed her kids, and all this fainting going on, you can't blame it because we have grits, eggs, and all that every morning. Okay, mama is gonna let you know that it ain't due to her not feeding her kids. So what's going on at that school? Okay, the passage continues. The girls were taken to a local hospital accompanied by school faculty and parents. Medical staff is unclear about what caused their symptoms. For those who are unaware, the Ouija board game originated in the United States in 1886 and is used to communicate with spirits. It is also known as the spirit board. Now, when I first read the original article, I said to myself, y'all entertaining these energies and these spirits and conjuring up all types of God knows what, right? And then another part of me said, I wonder if there was something actually on that board that caused these students to pass out. And why would you want your students or students at a school or young children in this day and age anyway to pass out exactly? What were you hoping to do with these passed out students? Listen, 50% of me believes one thing and the other 50% of me believes something else. You can't trust a darn institution. You can't trust anybody. Hell, sometimes you can't even trust your own instincts in these days, right? I don't put anything past any of these schools or any of these institutions where there are children that could be possibly a part of some sort of ring. I'll put it that way. Okay. Follow me if you follow what I'm saying. So I would like to keep up with this story. I don't think that they haven't provided any updates as per the original article. And I would hope that, people start investigating and looking into this, and these parents actually band together and look into this to find out what the hell is really going on at that damn school. My kid wouldn't be returning to that school. That Ouija board is a cover up. Now, I'm not saying that you can't conjure up negative spirits or, demonic spirits. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there seems to be some agenda and an ulterior motive there. And I'm telling you, let me tell y'all something. You wicked people that like fooling with people kids, speaking on people kids, mistreating kids, y'all gonna get enough of effing with people kids. I've said this many times, and I'm gonna keep saying that I've said this many times. Y'all better leave people kids alone. Because when these people start going ham on your ASS, I'm going to be eating my chips and looking the other way. Leave people kids alone. Y'all better stop fooling with these people kids. Mm-hmm. They say a hard head make a soft you know what. All right, who's up next, y'all? If you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to like the video. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Tony Yayo, okay? Rapper Tony Yayo from G Unit, okay? He basically is not feeling Lil Uzi's recent performance at Rolling Loud, okay? He was asked by TMZ Hip Hop, what are his thoughts about Lil Uzi, and he says he's not feeling Lil Uzi's satanic chants. He said they're crazy, and he says that he is a God-fearing man. All right, so this is copywritten material. TMZ always puts the lockdown on all of their videos, so I won't be playing it, but I will be reading the article. Let's get into it. Tony Yayo isn't vibing with Lil Uzi Vert's recent performance, where he chanted that he made a city girl believe in Satan. This is what Lil Uzi Vert said on stage during his performance at Rolling Loud. Tony Yayo's not the only entertainer that spoke out about Lil Uzi Vert's bizarre performance, okay? In fact, Tony doesn't even want to touch the topic with a 10-foot pole. TMZ Hip Hop caught the G Unit rap star Tuesday in NYC, and he thinks Uzi took things too far during his Rolling Loud California set and really didn't have advice for Uzi's girlfriend JT of City Girls about whether she should run for the hills. Okay, so I'm not playing this performance either. But yeah, Lil Uzi Vert, he had his hair in spikes, he was wearing all red, and he was just playing that song, if you want to call it that, I Just Want to Rock. I don't like the song at all. I don't like the energy of the song. I'm not a fan, but you like what you like. And when he was on stage, he said, I made a city girl believe in Satan. For those of you who are unaware, Lil Uzi Vert is dating JT, who is one half of the City Girls. They are in a exclusive relationship. Now, see, y'all, I tell y'all like to play around with these spirits, and y'all like to play around with these energies, and then y'all wonder why certain things are, all hell breaks loose, okay? Good luck. Good luck. I don't blame Tony Yayo. I wouldn't have anything to say about it either. If you caught me outside, with a mic in my face, I wouldn't have anything to say. But I'm on my platform, so I can say whatever I want. Keep playing with these demonic spirits. Have at it. Just stay the hell away from me. Stay far away from me. Yayo tells TMZ Hip Hop that he grew up in church, so he's allergic to all things satanic. A stark contrast to the strong critique R&B superstar Summer Walker leveled at Uzi. Summer questioned whether he's actually the devil's advocate or just following the trend in rap that pumps up demons at every turn. So Summer Walker, she posted to social media in reference to Lil Uzi's performance, and she just basically says, like, y'all playing around with these spirits. Is it just a trend? I feel like if you'd stop playing, really nothing, there's really nothing funny about this, etc., right? What else happened? Someone else, I can't remember the name of the other individual that said something about Lil Uzi Vert's performance. So Uzi, the article concludes that Uzi is said to be finishing up his long-delayed Pink Tape album. I don't know if I'm not gonna be buying I don't really care for Lil Uzi Vert's music personally. I'm not gonna be buying his album. He's not really my cup of tea personally. But you do you, honey. Like I said, you people who like to play with these little demonic spirits and like to dibble and dabble in this foolishness and say things like, oh, it's not that serious. Yeah, well, you be not that serious over there. Stay away from me, please, and thank you. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. You can like what you like. You can worship what you want to worship. But guess what? Just stay away from me, please, and thank you. Okay? All right, let's move this train along. Who is up next on the roster? This story is really sad. I know some people thought it was funny, but it's really, really sad when you dig into the story. What am I talking about? A 65-year-old man robs a Wells Fargo bank for $1 because he wants to be in federal prison, says that he'll do it again if he is released, okay? So the neighborhood talk is posting. Neighbors get into this foolishness. An old man robbed a bank in Salt Lake City, Utah, in an effort to be sent to federal prison, according to ABC4. The whopping amount stolen, $1. Okay, 65-year-old Donald. He strolled into a Wells Fargo, presenting a note stating, "Please pardon me for doing this, but this is a robbery. Please give me $1. Thank you." The teller complied by giving him the dollar, but asked him to leave. So Donald had other intentions, though, reportedly saying that he wouldn't leave and the employee should call the police. The elderly man merely sat in the bank lobby and waiting for the police to arrive, according to the affidavit. This is really sad. The employees rushed into the back room, locking the doors for their safety, of course, right? Authorities seem to have taken their time as the robber allegedly told the victims that they were, quote, lucky that he didn't have a gun because it was taking so long for the police to get there, end quote. Upon arriving, Donald allegedly handed the dollar bill to the officers and he admitted to happily committing the crime. His reasoning was because he wanted to get arrested and go to federal prison. This is per the affidavit. Officers, they took him into custody, but the suspect made sure to warn them that he would rob another bank and ask for more money if he was released. His mission is to be sent straight to federal prison. He is facing one charge of robbery, which is a second-degree felony. I don't think that this is boredom. So the question that was asked per the post is it boredom? Is it time that people have their own? Is it time that people have on their hands? This is a situation where this man is probably extremely lonely, probably doesn't have any family, probably doesn't have any friends, and feels as though maybe if he does go to a federal prison, not only will he have some place to live, he will have food, he will have access to showers, company, he'll be amongst people, and probably have free health care if he goes to federal prison. Believe it or not, there's some people who do I don't want to say crazy things, but yes, this seems crazy to us. But there are people who do things this extreme. They go to extreme measures to basically have access to basic necessities. That's how far gone society is. And what I mean by that is, or he could just have a mental disability. But there are people who go to extreme measures to get locked up because of homelessness, poverty. That's how you know as a society, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. So it could be either or. He could have a serious mental disability, mental illness, but he seems like he is in his right mind. He politely wrote the note. He didn't harm anyone. He was aware that the police officers took too long to come and arrest him. He handed them back the dollar that he stole, and he let them know, listen, if I get out, I'm gonna do this again. So I'm telling you, it's sad. It's really, really sad. So this is not something as simple as, oh, this is just stupid and it's people got too much time on their hands. Unfortunately, there are resources that some people don't have access to, due to the economy, due to poverty. Who knows? He may have a terminal illness, can't afford treatment, and if he goes into jail, he'll be able to afford treatment. Sounds crazy, but it's an unfortunate truth. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. A lot of these stories, sometimes they fall by the wayside. I try to keep up with certain stories as much as I can, but no one reports any updates. So I don't know. All you can do is just pray for people, man, and ask God to have mercy on people. It is what it is. All right, up next, Angela Yee. Are you guys watching Angela Yee's Way Up with Angela Yee? Now, yes, on yesterday's show, if you guys checked out that video, I talked about Monique from Love After Lockup. People were ridiculing her because of her man. He's cheating on her. And Love After Lockup's Monique, she talks the stigma of being a plus size in dating. I just really hate that two issues are being intertwined here, and the guy is just not good for you, man. I just don't think it has anything to do with her size, but I can't tell her how to feel. I really wish that she would understand, Monique, you can do better. You absolutely can do better. Derek is using you for your money, girl, and he cheating on you left and right. He has no respect for you. He's not into you, but that he's not a representation of all men, girl. You can do better. Somebody needs to let her really she needs to really understand that she can do better. Hopefully this won't get stricken. Don't strike my channel, Angela. I just want to play a little clip of your little radio show.
To Monique, because your weight has been a topic of discussion. I saw you going back and forth on social media. Like, why would people think that Derek wouldn't like you because of that? Because it does feel.
Why do you want Derek to like you? He is a crook. He is a user. He is a cheater. He's very promiscuous. He got issues. Why do you want somebody like that to want you is the question. This is not about, y'all making this about her weight. And it's easy to do so. Why is he getting off the hook? This is not about her weight. Why do you want somebody like Derek to want you? Girl, it's costing you money to be with him. Costing you time too. That you ain't gonna get back. Man.
I feel like he's very into you. So why do you think that people criticize that and really try to act like this isn't possible?
I think TV really don't show a plus size woman being loved correctly.
Oh, girl. Why does TV need to show a plus size woman being loved correctly for you to understand that Derek is just a no good individual and he is not a representation of all men? He is a part of a unselected few who have their own issues that they need to sort out before they even think of dating anyone. Girl, you a lick. He caught a lick. Period. Somebody in the comments wrote, stop it. He not into you, Momo. Be for real. I don't know. I know you don't have a hard time getting a man, which is why we are all puzzled why you would lower your standards for an opportunist. This is what I'm saying. Girl, who... He cheated on you not even a month ago. Just yesterday, I did a video where they were interviewed by Carlos King. They were on Carlos King's podcast. And Carlos asked, when was the last time you cheated? He said a month ago. And who knows if he's even telling the truth. He probably cheated the day before that interview. He was showing his brothers all kinds of women in real likes, which let us know that you are not his type, love. You deserve so much better. You are beautiful. I mean, really beautiful. You don't need him. Somebody else posted, TV really don't show a plus size woman being loved correctly. Now, Monique, dude admitted to cheating on you with 10 plus women within the first month of release. Girl, Derek is not the model for loving you correctly. Hey, come on. Everybody else gets it except for her. Is it the chase? Is it that you're chasing him? What is it? What's the thrill with this guy? Come on. Somebody need to let her know that she is lowering her standards. I'm over this topic, honestly. And I don't even know if that's going to get stricken. I don't know how Angela Yee rocks with her stuff. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. But if you guys watch Love After Lockup, let me know what you think. Y'all need to stop this. Like, just because a specific person doesn't want to be with you, does that necessarily, why do you automatically think, or that person doesn't respect you? Why do you automatically think that that is something wrong with you? It's something wrong with Derek. He ain't got no respect. He doesn't even have any self-control. He's all sleeping around left and right with every woman that pays him any attention. He has an issue. Do you guys know that he was on an episode of First 48 back in the day, and I think it was was it his mother or his aunt that got killed? I think it's his mother. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. If y'all know, put it in the comments. All right, let me move on from Monique. Girl, Monique, you... And even if a good man comes along, she ain't gonna leave Derek. She gonna let a good man pass her. She gonna pass up a good man for Derek just to prove something. Just to prove something, possibly. Anyway, moving along. All right, this is per TMZ. You guys know who this is? This is Bam Margera. I used to watch... I guess I have to admit this, right? I used to watch Jackass back in the day. I told you, I'm a reality TV junkie, okay? So I used to watch Jackass back in the day, and then Bam got his own show that was on for a pretty long time. MTV used to be popping back in the day. And I've always kept up with, like, see what's going on with Bam Margera. And lately, it just hasn't been good. It hasn't been good for a long time. So Bam Margera busted for domestic violence. A woman claims that he kicked her. So the legal problems continue to mount for Bam Margera. The former Jackass star was arrested for domestic violence after a woman told police that he kicked her. The San Diego County Sheriff's Department tells TMZ Bam was arrested last Thursday around 5:30 a.m. after deputies were called to a home in California for a domestic dispute. Right? TMZ says that they were told that the alleged victim told deputies that Bam kicked her, and he was arrested and booked into a detention facility on a charge of corporal injury on the current or former spouse, cohabitant, dating partner, or fellow parent. Now he's getting divorced, so this is not his wife. So who is this? Law enforcement says the alleged victim told the police that her quote-unquote husband kicked her, but our sources say that the alleged victim is not Bam's estranged wife, Nikki Boyd, but rather his current girlfriend. Look at Bam over the years. Oh, this is so sad. And he struggled with substance abuse. It's just sad to watch. TMZ broke the story. Nikki filed for legal separation from Bam last month when her attorney, David Glass, told TMZ that the decision was a direct result of Bam spending time with their son while Nikki believed him to be under the influence. Oh, no. Bam allegedly posted $50,000 bail the day after his arrest and was released from custody. A spokesperson from the district attorney's office tells TMZ that no charges will be filed in the case from their office, as they only file charges when they believe that they can prove them beyond a reasonable doubt. It's unclear if any charges will be filed elsewhere. I know his father passed away many years ago. Where's his mother? Did his mom pass away? Boy, he used to terrorize his parents. His reality show I found it funny. And I was like, I guess I didn't realize that Bam was like doing recreational things, substances, I guess, until it got bad when he first got arrested and he was in and out of rehab. It just went downhill fast. But I did enjoy Jackass was all right, but I enjoyed Bam's show. Child, his parents, he used to take his parents through it. His poor mother. Is his mother still alive? I should have Googled it before I pulled this up, but I don't know, man. He needs serious, serious help. I'm telling you, people out here going through you think just because somebody has money, and people out here going through all types of ish, man. It's sad. It's really, really sad. All right. Transitioning over to Finesse 2 Times, okay? He speaks out and sends, quote unquote, sends his condolences to the families of the victims who passed away following his and Glorilla's concert. If you are not aware, I did a separate video and I did an update yesterday as well. All right, make sure you're keeping up, okay? Anyway, so now there are 2 fatalities reported from this concert. Finesse 2 Times and Glorilla, they were performing in Rochester, New York at a venue. A stampede broke out. Somebody thought that they heard gunshots and the crowd went running, okay? People were trampled. 8-9 people were injured. There were people in critical condition. One person was reported passed away. Then the next day, someone else who was in critical condition reportedly passed away. So that's 2 fatalities. Now, Glorilla, she took to social media, Twitter specifically, and she shared her condolences. She said that she wasn't even aware at first when it was reported that the first person passed away. When the second person passed away, she respectfully posted to Twitter. Okay, I shared my thoughts in a separate video. I think that this is all a part of something. All right, I know that sounds crazy, but that's just my opinion. Now, this guy, at first, he wasn't getting as much attention as Glorilla was. Okay, he was booked for the venue as well, but everyone was saying that it was a Glorilla concert. Glorilla should be held accountable. This is all her fault, etc. Well, now TMZ caught up with Finesse 2 times, and instead of just giving his condolences, he had to show what a jackass he is. All right, so let's read this as per the Shade Room. Finesse 2 times is speaking out against people who blame him after 2 people passed away following his concert in Rochester with Glorilla. While speaking to TMZ, Finesse addressed his most recent post on IG and responded by quoting lyrics to his popular song, "It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it." That's what he said regarding this situation that claimed 2 people's lives and injured several others. While the interviewer asked for clarity regarding his response, the rapper alluded that when these types of situations happen in other places, nobody gets blamed. What? But when it happens at his shows, he gets blamed. So there were fatalities at Finesse 2. I don't follow him, but have there been fatalities at Finesse 2 times his shows before? As the conversation continued, he was asked, "Why do you think people are trying to blame you?" He explained, "Sometimes when you're winning and you won so fast, right now I'm like a created player on an NBA game. I'm frowned upon." Before leaving, he did send condolences to the families and people who were injured. Reports state that Finesse and Glow weren't present and left the venue when the stampede happened. Just look at his post, y'all. Shit crazy. Want even there. Folks want me to lose so bad. Why? What? Who wants you to lose so bad? People were injured at a concert that you were at. Yes, internet trolls are blaming you. All right, I can understand that. You're frustrated about that. But you go into saying it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when I do it. You're quoting your song lyrics. People want to see you lose so bad. What are you talking about? I can't, man. I can't. This is the article from TMZ Hip Hop. So this was him, TMZ talking to him for God knows whatever reason. And this is a video of the crowd surge. Somebody was able to capture this on their phone. I'm not going to play that. And this is also a post from Jennifer. She says that this is what the crowd looked like at the Main Street Armory at 9:30 p.m. last night. Capacity is 5K. Most of the people inside tried to get out the back to the front doors of the venue, and many got trampled. 1 woman died. 2 others remain in critical condition. This was prior to the second fatality being reported. So this is allegedly the crowd inside the venue. Yesterday, when I spoke about this, someone said that someone who's reportedly there said that everyone was trying to make their way to the exit, but they closed the exit and they weren't letting people out. That's a huge crowd. And I'm pretty sure that the capacity is 5K. I'm pretty sure that there were more than 5,000 people in there. Local media also has speculated the Armory was over its 5,000 person capacity. Welcoming 2 of hip hop's hottest new rappers. I'm pretty sure that there were more than 5,000 people. Now, do I think that Glorilla should be blamed for the incident or Finesse 2 times? No. I do think that Finesse 2 times should have showed some decency and class, but some people just don't have it in them. And I don't think this is about anybody seeing you not want to win or whatever the heck he said. I do want to point out, though, that he is a rapper affiliated with mob ties. I just wanted to point that out, not going too deep. So it seems like these rappers are satisfying their alleged rituals quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, moving along. So it was being reported that Nick Cannon and Nick Cannon has a new game show coming out where the objective of the game is to find a new baby mama. Call Who's Having My Baby, and Kevin Hart is allegedly the host. Okay, this was This was advertised as per E. This is going to be on the E network. Well, it's being reported now that this is a joke. Kevin Hart and Nick Cannon allegedly do have a project coming out, but it's not this. I wouldn't put this level of ignorance past Kevin Hart, or no offense, Kevin Hart, or Nick Cannon, because, everything is up for grabs when it comes to comedy. I get all of that. But this right here, the fact that we laughing, not we, but people are laughing at the fact that Nick Cannon has 12 kids by a assortment of women. Some people are grossed out by it. Some people just don't care anymore. Some people are adamant that Nick Cannon is creating broken homes and should be frowned upon. And listen, I agree. Okay, I don't disagree. It's funny because if Nick Cannon was Nikisha Cannon with 12 children with an assortment of men, she would be labeled what? A hood rat. She would be labeled trifling and, damaged goods. And this is the problem with our society, black women. Now, don't get me wrong. Nick Cannon is getting, tongue lashings. But I just think it wouldn't be a joking matter. And no one would be inclined to interview a woman. If Nick Cannon was a woman, I don't think people would be inclined to interview this woman and laugh and joke about it. I think she would be ridiculed. She would be scorned and stoned to death, right? But listen, at the end of the day, you're creating these homes, Nick Cannon. I'm not going to say that I don't care about the kids, because Royal B love the kids, right? Good luck. That's all I can say. I wish you the best of luck. And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I do really wish you good luck. And I hope you come to your senses. And I don't know what it is that you're doing, but to me, it seems very weird. There is an agenda, or there's an objective to Nick Cannon procreating, okay? Call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever. But there is an objective for him procreating. And I don't think personally, I don't think it's just because you want a big family. Like, it's just weird. Tell you, them people over there in Hollywood in the music business, you got to be careful. They all look cray. Moving along, Young Miami. She doubles down on her single status. What man you see me with? I'm single. Okay, so Miami basically said that she is single. But hasn't Young Miami been saying this? She has said this before. Even when her and Diddy supposedly go together, quote unquote, real bad. She's single, but she's dating, but she's in a relationship. Duh. Anyway, so this was an interview that the City Girls did after their set on Rolling Loud. I talked about how their outfits were so cute yesterday, but I didn't show a picture. This doesn't give the full, depth of the outfit, but you can see it here. They look flawless. All right, let's listen to what they had to say.
Double date look
I'm
like?
single, baby.
She said, "Oh, excuse me.
What man you saw me with?
You know what? I might have saw some pictures, but I might have been mistaken too.
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay, single.
single, baby.
Okay, listen, I like to hear it.
Oh, there were some people in the comments who said that they thought that she was going to spell the word single wrong. Hilarious. That little baby must have been disrupting the frequency of them direct deposit. Let me tell you something. The comments is where the action is at. Some of you are so hilarious. I don't even know if you realize how funny you are, okay? And I enjoy reading some of the comments. She been single. She said so many times. She said this so many times, my Lord. Right. She has. Just recently, Young Miami was on social media talking about, not wanting to get married because men like to cheat. And she stated that if her husband was to cheat on her, what she would do to him. And she would be so heartbroken. She just doesn't want to go through that. And she doesn't believe that men can be faithful and monogamous. So this is interesting. So people are going to speculate that her and Diddy are quote unquote broken up. But my Young Miami has always said that she's single, and so has Diddy. So I've said this yesterday, said it before. This could be marketing as well. Carisha is on BMF. She has her website, where she releases merchandise. She has games. They're going to be dropping new music, the City Girls. So all of this could be marketing. She's probably mad at Diddy this week, and who knows, they'll be fake back together but still single by next week. I don't know. I stated yesterday in my commentary that Carisha is a 29 years young. She does have 2 children. She has a good support system. She's a beautiful girl, fun personality. I think that she should explore her talents. You know what I mean? She wants to do acting, stick to acting, hone in on your craft, perfect your craft. You want to still do music, perfect your craft with music. Just live. I don't think you should be tied down or committed to Diddy and be one of Diddy's concubines. Diddy is an older man. He's lived a very flashy life. Carisha, you do the same. Live your life, girl. Separate yourself from Diddy as much as you can. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't waste your years, girl. Diddy is out here trying to relive his youth, probably going through a midlife crisis. Don't be a part of that. Live your life. Take care of yourself, your kids, take care of your family, and do you. Explore the world, girl. And I want to see her date. I've said this before. I want to see Carisha dating men that are her age, a little bit older, maybe she's 29, so like 35. I want to see her date in her age range, okay? Explore. Have fun, girl. Leave Diddy right where he at. It's too much. Diddy is scandalous. He too old to have all that scandal surrounding him, child. All right. We're moving this train along. Wendy Williams was spotted in her hometown of New Jersey, and my hometown too. Shout out to us Jersey girls. Okay, so a fan spotted Wendy Williams, and she was excited. She went up to Wendy. She noticed Wendy's pink Corvette. Okay, Wendy was on the boardwalk, South Jersey, down by Asbury Park. So Wendy's that's her look at her Corvette, honey, with the temporary plates, and Wendy was in the black SUV, and there was security surrounding Wendy Williams. Apparently they were filming, so there's talks that Wendy Williams is going to be she's going to be coming out with a reality TV show. Listen, I'm here for it. I could see it on like a E network. I don't think Bravo, I don't think WeTV. I think it would be E network. I could see that. I could totally see that. So apparently they were filming. So the woman, she was eating at a restaurant that was on the boardwalk, and she noticed the pink Corvette, and she noticed Wendy in the SUV. So she actually went up to Wendy and said, "Hi, Wendy, you look great." Wendy said, "Thank you so much." So, the people that were around said that Wendy, is filming for a special project. So good for her. I mean, how do you guys feel about Wendy Williams possibly coming back to television with her own reality TV show? I want to see it. I want to see it. As long as it's done tastefully, I would like to see it. I have come to the conclusion and the realization that Wendy has changed, right? Wendy is getting older. Wendy has survived a lot of loss. She became the biggest hot topic for a few years now, right? And it's good to see Wendy Williams seemingly making a turn for the better. Okay, is it going to be the same spunky Wendy? Not necessarily. Does she even look the same? No, but that's okay. As long as she's in her right mind and she's surrounded by good people and she's okay, I'm here for it. So I'm still waiting for this podcast. I'm not holding my breath, but the Wendy Williams Experience podcast is supposed to be a thing. Now she's filming for a reality show, her own reality show. I don't know. I don't know what her team is doing, but it's good to see Wendy out and about, okay? And speaking of out and about, here is another article. This is Hollywood Life, okay? Wendy Williams rocks Daisy Dukes in rare new photos while shopping in Beverly Hills. So, after she was seen out in her hometown, our hometown in New Jersey, okay, she basically flew out to the West Coast and said she wants to do a little bit of shopping. So she had on her little Daisy Dukes. Y'all know Wendy Williams loves these shorts. My God. These white boots with these stockings, girl. Her green Gucci bag with her Gucci t-shirt and her pink sunglasses. Listen, as Wendy would say, it seems like she's zipping and doing it, okay? And she's out and about and she don't care. I wish she would retire those Daisy Dukes, but she's been wearing them for years. They are a staple. And she got her straight wig on. I don't know. She's doing a little shopping. That's a good sign, right? That's a good sign that Wendy's okay. She's doing a little bit of shopping with her money, all right? Listen, somebody better send a notice to Kelvin, honey. You ain't getting no more Wendy money, honey. Okay? The gravy train done dried up, okay? Good for you, Wendy. Do you. I love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, Wendy. I know that's right. You better dip and do it, Miss Wendy. I don't care. As long as she's clothed in her right mind, she could wear snow boots in the summer. I wouldn't care. Move it along. All right, that grapejuice.net is reporting that there is going to be a major Married to Medicine shakeup, and it sees Phaedra Parks is in and 2 cast members are out. How do y'all feel about Phaedra Parks coming back to reality TV? That's the first question. The second question is, how do you feel about Phaedra Parks being on Married to Medicine? Is she dating a doctor? Phaedra is not a medical doctor, as you guys know. Did she ever get her mortuary license? I know she was going to school years ago to study mortuary science. I know that she is a lawyer, right? But she's not a medical doctor. But it seems like these reality shows, like Housewives of this, doesn't even matter if you married or not at this point. As long as you can bring in ratings and get the people going and you can get the people talking, you're hired for a job. So this is going to be interesting. I might tune back in. I watched Married to Medicine the first season and that was it. And I just wasn't really interested after that. So yes, honey, many will recall the reports of a major cast shakeup on Married to Medicine heading into the show's landmark 10th season. 10 seasons of a show is not something to scoff at. So congratulations to them being on the air for 10 seasons. Well, not only have rumors proven true, there's now intel on who is in and who is out on the long-running Bravo show. All right. So basically, Phaedra Parks is in. Shout out to Carlos King. Carlos King has been doing his darn thing. He's on YouTube now. He got his podcast. I enjoy Carlos King. I really do. Anyway, so Phaedra Parks is going to be in. Dr. Contessa and Anila, they're going to be out. How do you guys feel about this? How do you feel about this? Also, too, child, far from the random casting, the Dr. Gregory, who is the ex-husband of Quad, his fiance is supposed to be joining the show also. Isn't that crazy? I don't know, y'all. I'm happy that Phaedra is back on TV. I think that she is good for reality TV. How she's going to fit in on Married to Medicine, we shall see. I don't think it's going to be bad. I would have liked to see her on Housewives of Atlanta, but you guys know as long as Candy is over there on Atlanta Housewives, she's not having Phaedra Parks come back. If Phaedra Parks comes back, Candy said that she would leave. It would be interesting to see Phaedra on Atlanta Housewives, though. Or maybe another one of the Housewives franchises. It'll be good to see how she fits into Married to Medicine. I can't wait to see it. I'll be tuning back in. Like I said, I watched the first season, and that was it. Okay. All right. If you are watching on YouTube, please take this time to like the video. Thank you. Okay. So Don Lemon, okay, sat down with a interview with this young lady who is the senior writer for The Root. That is a black-owned public publication, The Root. So this is what she had to say. She says that Chris Rock, he deserved the Will slap. let me read the article and I'm going to share my thoughts. Chris Rock deserved to be slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars last year, and he may even be due for another round. So suggests one writer who focuses on Black issues. The Roots' Candice McDuffie, a senior editorial staffer and the GO media owned online publication, came on CNN to discuss the aftermath of Chris's Netflix special, where he eviscerated Will and Jada Pinkett Smith for the hit Seen Around the World in 2022. Okay. According to her, Chris was simply being held accountable by Will at the time for attacking a Black woman, which McDuffie says is part of a larger pattern in this country, and which she says Chris has been guilty of in his comedy even before targeting Jada's alopecia. As for now, she feels about Chris's response nearly a full... Okay, as far as how long Chris Rock is taking to... Because it's almost a year now, right? Oscars are coming on, I think, this Sunday. So this happened almost a year ago. First of all, Chris Rock can respond whatever the hell he wants. Wasn't he the one that was assaulted? I just don't understand how you can do something to somebody and then tell them when and how to respond. So during the special, Chris, he was calling Jada out her name. He didn't say Jada's name at all, but he called her, the B word. He referred to her as a predator in the special. In McDuffie's eyes, Chris Rock hasn't learned his lesson. So she is saying that he deserved to be slapped and should be slapped again because of his material in his Selective Outrage comedy stand-up special. Have you guys watched it? Don Lemon ever so gently pushed back on McDuffie, asking how she would respond to people who might say that she's advocating for violence with this take, and that Chris should perhaps be afforded a pass since he was going after Jada and Will in a stand-up comedy environment. Her final thought is this: as much pain as Will was in during the Oscar slap, girl, what? Which Chris also addressed, McDuffie feels like Chris was hurting just as much during his own special. She says that there was more rage and resentment than there was humor from her point of view. Of course, the view isn't exclusive to McDuffie. There are many online who feel like Chris had the slap coming, and even more who aren't happy that he continued to tear Will and Jada down for the sake of retribution and a laugh. On the flip side, just as many loved it. And a lot of others think Chris was right on the money. Now, did you guys get an opportunity to watch his stand-up? Here's what I want to say, because I see a lot of people, and I know social media is just one small population of people, but I witnessed a lot of people and their talking points, and a lot of Black women are coming from the point of view of Chris Rock attacked a Black woman. Will had every right to defend himself. He was out of line for what he said. He attacked her alopecia. I disagree. He didn't attack her alopecia. He said he didn't know that she had alopecia. A lot of people also stated that they didn't know that she had alopecia, but never mind. He made a G.I. Jane reference, okay, joke, okay, referring to her bald head. Just because a woman has a bald head doesn't mean that they have alopecia. Same thing goes for men. Anyway, here's what I don't understand. For any woman to say that Chris Rock deserved to be slapped because something was said that Jada Pinkett didn't like, and Will Smith decided to defend his wife, which he has every right to do. You can do whatever you like, but what you don't get to do is choose the consequences. And here's what I want to ask. The next time, Miss McDuffie, or anybody else who shares the same sentiment as Miss McDuffie, the next time you say something and someone deems it offensive or they don't like it, if they stand there and slap you, I wonder how you would feel. Imagine if every time someone says something that you don't like, they get slapped. Everybody will be walking around slapping everybody. I'm going to tell you one thing. You slap me and I'm going to slap you back. Keep your MFing hands to yourself. We are adults, okay? We are adults and we are supposed to be able to control our emotions. For you to get up out of your seat after laughing, but I'm not even going to go there. For you to get up out your seat, walk up to the stage and slap that man, sit back down, curse, and get back in your seat, that lets me know that you don't have control of your emotions. It was juvenile and it was violent. Now, if Chris Rock decided to press charges against Will Smith, what would y'all say? He's a snitch? Y'all will call him a rat? That's what's popular these days, right? Nobody has the right to put their hands on anyone unless it's in self-defense. Chris Rock posed no threat to Will Smith nor Jada. He posed no threat. Remember what y'all saying. The next time you say something that somebody don't like, you basically saying that somebody has the right to slap you. Let's see how that works out. And I'm really appalled that so many black women are saying that this is okay. No, it's not. It's not. It's not okay for us. It ain't. In the eyes of other people, yeah, maybe. They like to see that. But it's not okay for us. You cannot walk around slapping people because someone said something that you didn't like. That's bullying. So if a teacher didn't like what you said, what a student said, and she goes up to the student and slaps them, that's okay? If a kid didn't like what a teacher said, the kid goes up to the student and slaps them, that's okay? And I don't want to hear, oh, it's not the same. It's damn sure the same thing. I know what I'm saying. Y'all better start keeping y'all hands to yourself and learn to check your emotions. Because what if Chris Rock went ham and actually choked out Will Smith? They jumped off the stage and Will Smith would have broke his neck. You know what y'all would have said? Chris Rock took it too far. It was just a slap. Nobody has the right to put their hands on anyone except in self-defense, okay? Donnell Rawlings, he had this to say. He says Chris and Will are all square now. Hopefully this war is over. So Donnell Rawlings says that there are no winners in the Chris Rock and Will Smith beef, and he's hoping that Chris's recent response will finally put an end to the saga. Okay, Donnell, who is super close with Chris, is slamming the folks who didn't like the way that Chris joked about the incident, claiming it was old news by now. And again, it being old news, a lot of people are tired of hearing about it, yada, yada. A lot of y'all who are giving piss poor commentary about Chris Rock's stand-up, y'all didn't even watch the stand-up. This is the same thing that y'all did, some of y'all did, to Dave Chappelle. Y'all ridiculed him from a snippet. You didn't even watch. I can't have a conversation with somebody about a book if you ain't read the book. Same thing goes for these. You don't have to do anything. But some people are giving commentary. They in an uproar and ain't even watched the comedy special. So what are you really critiquing or talking about? So Donnell Rawlings is basically saying that they should be even. This article pretty much reiterates what I just read. So while Donnell tells TMZ that Chris and Will have yet to speak to each other, he's hoping that they can both get closure on the matter after Chris's verbal clapback. He also tells TMZ what he thinks is next for both entertainers now that things are tit for tat. Now, I wish I could play it, but you already know TMZ be having their content on a chokehold. But yeah, Donnell Rawlings he's not gonna take sides, of course not. And let me tell you something. Who is hosting the Oscars coming up? Jimmy Kimmel. And I am on Jimmy Kimmel's side with this. Jimmy Kimmel jokes. He says he'll beat the out of anyone who slaps him at the Oscars 2023. Okay? He said, and if it's The Rock, he'll run, okay? But he said anybody that slaps him at the Oscars, he's beating the brakes off of them, unless it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, okay? He said, I didn't necessarily think I'd ever do it again, or be asked to do it again. This is what Jimmy Kimmel told The Hollywood Reporter in an interview just days before the event. And it wasn't one of those situations where they couldn't get anybody and they asked me at the last minute, the comedian continued. He said, I definitely would have said no if that was the case. He later joked, if you catch me at the right moment, you can get me to sign almost anything. So he was just kind of giving an interview regarding him hosting the Oscars. But I don't even need to read any further because I read the article, but when I saw this, I said, yo, I'm with you. I just want to know how everybody would have reacted if Chris Rock would have hauled off and knocked Will Smith off the stage, and Will Smith would have bust his head on, I don't know, a metal plank or something like that off the stage. What would y'all have said? What would you have said then? Chris Rock did too much. He took it too far. It's not that serious. How could you do this? When you decide to take matters into your own hands and physically assault someone that's not a threat to you, you basically take on the responsibility of anything happening to you. What if Chris Rock would have tripped Will Smith off the stage and he would have fell face first off the stage? I would have said that Chris Rock was well within his right to defend himself. If he would have pushed Will off stage, he would have been well within his right. I'm really not shocked, but it's just really interesting to see how many people advocate for violence. I agree with Don Lemon. You are advocating for violence. Unless you are in a position where you have to defend yourself, why are you putting your hands on anybody? Because of something they said? Again, if a teacher slaps a student and the teacher says, I didn't like what they said, y'all should be okay with that. If a student slaps a teacher because the teacher says something that the student didn't like, y'all should be okay. If somebody is standing by you online, and you turn around and say something derogatory and they slap you, they should, according to some of y'all. You better keep your hands to yourself. Everybody ain't Chris Rock. Everybody ain't Chris Rock. So y'all better keep your hands to yourself unless you prepared for anything. That's all I got to say about the matter. It's really, really interesting. And as far as Will Smith, I think what Will Smith did was trash. And I wish Chris Rock would have knocked him upside his head. I wish he would have. And at this point, if Chris Rock wants to say whatever he wants to say about Will and Jada, who are we to judge? You can't piss a person off and then tell them how mad to get and when they should and shouldn't get mad. No, it doesn't work like that. And again, the name of the Netflix special is appropriately titled Selective Outrage. Selective outrage is running this country. Like I said, everybody ain't Chris Rock. So be mindful when you decide to put your hands on somebody unprovoked and if your life is not in danger. Be careful. Everybody ain't Chris Rock. All right, y'all, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, please be sure to share your comments in the thoughts. Share your comments in the thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments. And be sure to like the video. All right. Thanks in advance. All right. I love you for watching. As always, until next time, peace.